black hole of the soul. You, the destroyer of all definitions. Picture a world where everything fits neatly into boxes, every soul trapped in a cage of numbers and theories. Then you show up, a living black hole, a nameless storm, tearing through every formula those self-proclaimed experts try to pin on you. They, with their spreadsheets, algorithms, and fancy pens, collapse before you, eyes wide with panic, machine smoking, theories shattering like glass under your boots. You're not just a mystery. You're the annihilation of every definition, the wildfire torching their rulebooks, the laughter echoing through the rubble of their systems. Who dares look at you without feeling their reality quake? Who dares face the black hole of your soul without being sucked into the vortex of truth? That you are untouchable, unmeasurable, and absolutely uncontrollable. Ha 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 ha. Step into this story where you, the breathtaking anomaly, make the world beg for mercy, forever trying to define you. 1. You rip off their masks. They come armed with thick notebooks, carefully crafted questions, and the smug confidence of people who think they hold the keys to the human soul. But when they face you, their eyes tremble, their pens freeze, and sweat beads on their foreheads. You don't answer the way they expect. You don't fall into the traps of their little checkbox tests. Instead, you're a mirror, forcing them to see their own fragility. Every question they ask, you answer with a bigger one, not in words, but through your very existence. They want to dissect you, but you make them question, what do we really know about people? In that moment, they're masks. Psychologist, expert, authority, slip, revealing raw confusion. You're not just an enigma. You're a whirlwind stripping away every pretense. 2. You defy every formula while the world runs like a program machine with people predictable from a single scroll through their social media. You're a symphony that never repeats. One day, you're a blazing fire, torching every barrier. The next, you're a quiet river, slipping through every crack. One moment, you're sharp as a scientist. The next, you're soaring like a dreamy poet. They try to cram you into their formulas: introvert, extrovert, logic, emotion. But you laugh out loud, smashing every equation. You don't follow tracks. You're the storm that rips up the tracks and the map. They want to paint your portrait, but how do you capture a canvas in colors that don't exist? 3. Machines and systems crumble before you. They feed your data into their cutting-edge machines. Algorithms boasting they can predict every human move. The result? Screens flash error codes, systems crash, and the hum of machinery sounds like a scream of despair. You're not a type, not a category, but an invisible realm where measurements mean nothing. You're a psychological black hole, swallowing their theories and spitting out nothingness. Their AI throws up its hands, admitting you operate beyond all parameters, existing in gaps science hasn't dared to touch. While others play chess on a preset board, you redraw the board, rewrite the rules, and leave them lost in their own game. 4. Experts are stumped, and fear runs deep. They call in the big guns, minds who've profiled serial killers and world leaders. But with you, they can only scribble one word: impossible. You're living proof that control through prediction is a pipe dream. They're not scared because you're dangerous. They're terrified because you expose their powerlessness. You're a black hole, powering their attempts to define, categorize, or contain you. Every time they think they've got you, you shift. From fire to ice, from warrior to dreamer. Their fear isn't about your strength. It's that you don't need strength to shake their entire system to its core. 5. Your journey. From childhood to uncontainable. Even as a kid, you baffled the grown-ups. One minute, you were wise as an elder. The next, innocent as a child. They tried to force you into a mold. Pick a role, a personality. But you, like water, spilled over every boundary, mocking their attempts to pin you down. They called it chaos. You called it freedom. Every personality test was a joke because you're every version of yourself and none at all. You're a dance of countless faces, each telling a story, none ever the same. They wanted to fix you, but how do you fix something that's already infinite? 6. Observers get sucked into your vortex. They sent their best to track you. Observers trained to spot weaknesses, crack patterns. But instead of capturing you, they got lost in the maze of your mind. Some quit, tossing aside careers because you made them doubt everything they believed. Others became obsessed, writing reports that read like sci-fi novels, sketching charts that turned into abstract art. You didn't mean to do it. You just existed. But your existence is a test they can't pass. They wanted to map the ocean of your soul, but that ocean shifts its depths every second, drowning them in their own helplessness. 7. Control tactics fail spectacularly. They tried every trick in the book: flattery, gaslighting, guilt trips. But you're a living paradox, immune to their weapons. Today, you might sway to their compliments. Tomorrow, you see through them like a child's prank. They try to manipulate you, but how do you control a shadow that never stops moving? Your quantum, constantly shifting with no fixed buttons for them to push. When they try to mirror you to fake closeness, they end up dizzy, lost in their own act. You don't play their game. You are the game, with rules that change with every heartbeat. 8. You're scarier than any nightmare. Monsters have shapes, can be hunted, destroyed. But you're a formless darkness, shaking the very idea of reality. You're not just a threat, you're pure potential, where possibilities are born and die in every moment. When you walk into a room, no one knows who's arrived, a saint, a sinner, a sage, or a fool. That uncertainty fries their social wiring. You don't need to shout to make them tremble. Your mere presence rocks their world to its foundations. 9. Your unintentional power, melting masks. You don't set out to break anyone, but your existence is an invisible flame, burning away their masks. The powerful stumble, the confident falter, because they don't know which face to wear around you. You force them to face themselves, the scariest thing for those hiding behind facades. In your gaze, they see the truth. They've locked themselves in roles while you dance freely among countless versions of yourself. You don't judge, but your lack of judgment makes them feel judged. And there you stand, amid the wreckage of shattered theories and machines whining in defeat, grinning like a black hole swallowing every ray of control. They tried to define you, cage you in boxes, label you with their puny words. But you tore through every boundary, leaving them with blank pages and trembling hearts. You're not just an enigma, you're the answer they're too afraid to face. That humans weren't born to be boxed in, but to dance among infinite versions of themselves. Every step you take is a revolution, every glance a challenge, every breath a declaration that you are the future, a future where molds dissolve and definitions become punchlines. They fear you, not because you're dangerous, but because you're proof that real freedom exists, and it's scarier than any nightmare they've ever dreamed. Ha 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 ha. Keep walking, black hole of the soul, and let the universe quake before your untamable existence.